Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Packers and the Vikings coming up next.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. In the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number one along with the rest of this Packer offense.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2. But his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back to the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world. But just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Now a throw here to his running back. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 37 yards. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Tunyon's got it on the out route. Touchdown! Robert Tonyan, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, have the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And now it gets real. Because as a rookie quarterback, all those accolades and great performances in the regular season, they essentially go right out the window. They get erased, and you have to start over. Played extremely well to get the team the #1 seed and the first-round bye. But this is where he proves himself as a quarterback in the NFL. In the playoffs, and can he win games?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. Looking to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice Nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
On second down, Cook. That good for 19 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. (7-7), our score after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Back to throw here. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Odell Beckham from 3 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Joseph on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive to last into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth. Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now Rodgers, and that one not going to have enough height on it. Down at his feet, it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. That's pulled in at the 32. Shifts by him. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he is out of bounds, but now he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the tack and run. Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional. I think you did. I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throw caught there by Osborne. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
49 yards on the ground for him so far.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Cook again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Joseph now to have the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Rodgers over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Rasul Douglas there to get him down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round Weekend. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
51 yards.
And the Vikings continue to show why it pays to play along in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Riley Dixon there to pull it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now back to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up the secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Joseph on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Sammy Watkins, 59 yards. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is, when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. The first of...
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
previous play is under review.
And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Starting the third quarter with Cook. Oh, he's got a little down on him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 74 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talking about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Devontae Wyatt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. There's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to
looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Chandon Sewell. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 43. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They're going to look to throw.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Back to throw. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Devontae Wyatt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Joseph now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much it.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They were fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Throwing is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Get this to the 30-yard line. Crossing over winds up going for 38. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down again.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Back to throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
So momentum, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. And I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays, give us a break? Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And they'll let that one go as it skips from the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because you know the defense is kicking cover.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for Minnesota. 69 yards.
Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and And that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And the final readout on next-gen stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Joseph on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Packers offense set to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. One final try now for Rodgers. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.